welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics. Feeding time at the zoo. Puppy still's not eating anything, but she's drinking milk. Puppy okay? Puppy okay? She's pretty weak, guys. Getting weaker and weaker. I had to carry her outside, carry her in and carry her out at night. She just won't eat. Okay, well, and Nikki's over here. Happy-go-lucky Nikki's in her cage. We'll get you some breakfast here in a minute, Nikki. You kind of already had some breakfast earlier, didn't you? I know. Be good. We'll get you some more food here in a little while, okay? Nikki being a good girl? Okay, be good. Nikki, be good. Okay, guys, so we're rolling along here in the 94 GMC Stepside, and last episode just got the fuel pump in and installed and working, and started it up for you guys in the last episode, and that was about it. Well, I'm pretty sure the throttle plate was stuck. It looked kind of rusty and stuff in there, corroded, and I had it sprayed a whole bunch of carb cleaner stuff down there, and was revving it, and it wasn't sounding too good, and like it was running on about 5 cylinders, and all of a sudden, boom, it just opened up and started running real good. So yeah, I took this off here, and the connections, let's see if I can do it again. Connections look okay there. Just the top plastic's burnt. So I think that's working. Should be able to see the fuel being dumped in there once it's running. The other day, the front master cylinder was empty. The rear was down a little bit. We know the rear end needs to be bled because a friend of mine took the rear end out, put another one in. But why the front ones were out of fluid, I don't know. So now we got problems with the front and the rear. Haven't checked the brake pedal yet. Power steering fluid was down a little bit. Yeah, if I remember right, the first helper had cross-threaded one of the lines in, and when we first had started it years ago after putting the engine in, it just blew out fluid. I had to use a little file and clean up the threads, and whether it's still leaking there, I don't know, or I didn't fill it up all the way 6 years ago, I don't know. Okay, so haven't checked the transmission fluid yet or checked it in gear because the bed's still hitting the wheels. Did check the oil. The oil's full. We're gonna have to change that. And then I had written down put antifreeze in it. I can't believe that I left water in here for 6 years. All my cars that are running and driving, not junk parts cars, but all these ones, I always 100% make sure I put antifreeze in them. Why this one doesn't appear to have antifreeze in it, I don't know. Right now it doesn't look like any leaks, but I haven't looked that good or had it running that long. So let's do a cold start. I haven't started it up this morning. Now once it runs for a while, we're gonna have to adjust the distributor because the second helper had got in there and jacked around. Now I was thinking that I did change the plugs and the wires and distributor cap and all that, but we're gonna check all that. I mean, the plugs could be fouled out from all that bad gas. But yeah, he was jacking around with the distributor there, and it's all out of time. But it'll still run good. It'll just backfire a little bit, and I know that's just a distributor. Okay, battery seems to still be charging. Isn't that funny? Nikki knows the truck's about to start. That's weird. Running a little bit rough. It's just a cold start. But anyway, rev it up. It sounds good. No, it's not popping or backfiring now. Still smell stinky gas. Oh, there it goes a little bit. This does have an OBD2 reader on it. Right here. I didn't think they started till like late 95, 96. This 94 truck's got one there, so actually we can read the codes, I guess. I noticed that it had one O2 sensor on the passenger side, but not on the driver's side. So I don't know what's up with that. Like I said, I can't put it into gear because the bed's hitting the tire. Exhaust is leaking. I just put that exhaust system on there years ago and just kind of tacked it on. So I got to weld up two areas really solid. Got to mount the bed back on, mount this back on. Now, here, we'll rev it up a little bit some more. Well, maybe all that bad gas has run through the lines now. Yesterday it was kind of popping and stuff, but anyway, we need to add some more gas. The gas gauge is now working, but of course it's reading almost E because 4 gallons or whatever was in there. That's an awful big tank, probably. I don't know how many gallons it is, but it only filled it up, you know, that much from the bottom. So we're gonna put some more in there, raise the level up. Okay, when we looked under here last episode, this frame right here, you see this is bent up. I don't know why, but this seems to be okay. But the problem I had, it seemed level up here. You know, it mounts here and there. And it seems level across here, right? Like from the top of the bed to here. But on the back, you don't notice it till you stand back from it. You stand quite a bit back. It looks like one end is up higher than the other. I forget which side. So whether I can't take the whole bed off. Now whether this might be bent up, or that one's bent up. I have to figure that out because I don't like the looks of that. Okay, I got another spare we're gonna put on here. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is well, I did a little bit of body work here because it had a big crease right along here. We're just gonna prime this area. I Scotch-Brighted all the back of this. I don't care what it looks like in there as long as the white, when I paint it white, the overspray gets in there and looks halfway decent. So I don't know if I want to put any paint on there or just prime this area for now. I can get at this but just not that big crease there that was there, because the bed goes up to about here. Fixed a couple little spots while I was at it. Right here, not perfect. So I might put a little primer on them areas, stick the bed on here, bolt it on, and then we can put it in gear, because what it was doing before is you put it in drive and it would be in drive like third, fourth gear. It'd start off like real sluggish, and you drop it down from the gear shifter to first, and it would take off. Now, I did all that wiring last video, but there's just a couple of wires. I don't know where they go to or what, just kind of guessing. So we're gonna see what happens. Okay, so we're gonna try to fix everything we can mechanically, and then do the body and paint last. But like I said, I just had to do this while the bed was off. So we'll get that in primer first, bolt the bed on, get it running, put it in gear. We'll drive it around, check the brakes out. We just got a lot of little stuff to do. And then we can worry about body and paint and interior, what I want to do about these panels. You know, I could paint these panels, but I'm missing this piece. This is all got screws in it. The rest of it's passable. The headliner's hanging down a little bit, but that's passable. Dash is passable. We can take these little things and maybe scrape whatever contact cement off of there. A few little cracks ain't gonna bother me. We got this, waiting on a new switch. And then we can put the switch in this, probably clean this up or paint it, and put that whole thing on there, clean up all the, maybe take this thing off and clean it. That's passable. The seats probably passable. I just don't like this little area here, but ain't much I can do about it. Same with the, it's just got the rubber floor mats, or the rubber flooring, and just get some floor mats or something to put in there. Other than that, everything looks to be okay. The stereo, I don't know if it ever did work. We'll have to get that working. And some of this stuff is intermittent. I think the fan and everything, it'll start to click and come on and stop or something. And well, let me just try it. Turn the key on. Oh, now it's working. There it goes. High, medium, low, medium. Anyway, it's intermittent. I thought the radio thing came on here. This is the factory radio. I don't know what happened to that. I thought it came on, but I mean, no sound, but it came on. And then we'll have to check this, see what's up with this. Get a radio going. It looks like a piece cover for the fuse thing is missing, and this piece is missing. I might try a junkyard, see if I can round up some parts, make a big long list. But yeah, this plastic piece is missing. Like I said, and this. Oh, made a little bit of a noise and stopped. I just got to go over it and fix as much as we can. So anyway, guys, that's the plan. So yeah, eventually you'll need an oil change. We get the bed on and hook up the tail lights, because I had written down, this is from 6 years ago, something about ground to the tail lights or something like that. Make sure all the headlights, marker lights, signals, four-ways, tail lights, brake lights, license plate light, all that stuff works. Might as well. Okay, so that's what we got to do. So I'll be back with little clips of when I get some of that stuff accomplished. I'll be back. Okay, I got the bed on there so we can test it. It was low on transmission fluid. I had 1 quart and I thought I had some more, but I can't find it. So it seems to go in gear though. There's drive. I got some brakes. Well, that's because it's low on transmission fluid or it's starting off in drive. I gotta roll down this window, hang on. Hot as hell out. Okay, now we'll put her down in first. Drive. Spins the tires real easy. Doesn't. Seems like it's in first. Maybe just them fixing them wires did it. Because before it seemed real gutless starting off in drive. We'll start off. Might be all right. Park it here for a little bit. I'll show you what I mean by this bed. So you can see it's even. It's even here. But if you look at it, the bed's like this. Now all 4 spots where the bolts were lined up nice and flat, flush. So maybe got hit in the back, pushed that frame up, or whatever they did with a forklift and crushed this deal up there. And guys, I don't know if the spare's gonna fit with that tailpipe in the way. Yeah, it's kind of even here. And of course this was smacked. I don't know if it got... Actually, what could have happened was the bed, it got hit and bent the bed. But it still fits flush on the frame. Know what I mean? There really ain't much I can do about that. See, that's the only thing. Just... it looks like it's all warped or something. Anyway, oh. Okay, well, I'm not gonna be able to get transmission fluid till tomorrow. Give it a better test. I'm gonna let her run, make sure it doesn't overheat any leaks, drain the fluid out, put in some antifreeze, weld up that exhaust. Although when I had the hood open, it sounded like the exhaust manifold was leaking. So I don't know. But anyway, I need to weld them 2 spots up. And I hooked up these tail lights and grounded it real good, and they came on. I'll grab the spare, see if it fits, stuff like that. So I'll be back. Okay guys, we got a couple of major problems down here. See if I can get you under here and show you. I dropped the exhaust. Now I'm pretty sure that this is off the Suburban, this piece here. I dropped that down. I remember doing that a while back. It's got 2 of these gaskets on it. So it was leaking on this side here, and there wasn't a nut on the end of this stud. And then this stud I must have changed from another one because it had a bolt like here, so it was leaving a gap. And anyway, I'm gonna try to fix that. Now, found the transmission leak. It was just streaming out of the transmission line. I don't know if you can see it with the exhaust hanging down. It's up in there. It was the bottom line. It's hard to get your hand in a wrench in there to turn it. So I started turning it, but then I backed it off. I backed it off quite a bit and then tightened it the best I can with a wrench. I didn't put no vice grips on it. But the where you put the wrench there, it's kind of warped. And that's what I'm thinking. It's kind of warped, or the flare's not very good or something. And it's leaking out of there. So I tightened it up the best I can. I haven't started it yet because I got the exhaust undone. But I'm fixing to do, put the exhaust on there and then start it up. And if it's still leaking, I'm not sure what I can do. I'll have to get another transmission line or a partial line and splice it into one of these, into this, I guess it's this line here. See if I can get an end for one. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. Oh, then I had to drop, I only had this tacked in at the bottom, so I dropped this down and tried to weld it up because it was leaking right at the top real bad. Yeah, there's still a little bit there. It's not welded right on the top. Anyway, I thought I welded that all the way around, unless I welded it on the wrong. Anyway, I have to re-weld this and before I bolt it back up, because once it's up there, I can't get on top to weld it very good. Same with this. Doesn't seem to be leaking up here though. But anyway, that's what I've been doing, guys. I'll be back. Okay guys, much quieter. Okay, yeah, I don't know what pretty sure it's going to be too big. The spare's going to be too big for this, but we'll try it. I could just cut the tailpipe off. Oh, it does have a hook over there. See, these hooks line right up. I think it's off the Suburban, but I'm not sure. But there's one hook over there. I could cut it off right behind the muffler. Really like that spare to fit. Okay, that transmission line doesn't leak. We'll keep an eye on that, see if it's leaking anywhere else. I tried to tighten the pan bolts up, but they were super tight. I must have tightened them up a while back, years ago, figuring that was a leak. But anyway, she's coming along. I didn't get 5 more gallons of gas for that this morning. I need to let it run, heat up. Make sure the temperature gauge works. I did get some transmission fluid though. Let me put some transmission fluid in there, fill it all the way up. We'll take it for another drive and see what happens. Okay. I'll put a couple of quarts in. I'll check it later, see if it's full. Okay, drive, actually overdrive. If I didn't mention it, this is a 4L60E. It's not a 700 R4. Well, it seems to got some... Need to really take it for a ride down the road. Put her all the way down into first. See if it feels the same or not. Much quieter. Brakes work pretty good, but I know they need to be bled. Okay, brake lights on. It starts off good, so we won't know until we take it for a ride down the road, and then if it doesn't, still has the same problem, then you know it's going to be a major ordeal. But for now, okay, clean up the slab there and then we'll move on. We got July 4th was yesterday, so no mail Sunday, so the switch ain't here yet. Need some more good gas in it. The one thing it hasn't done is kind of backfire and stuff, which I thought the distributor needed to be adjusted a little bit. Might have been all in the bad gas. Okay, so yeah, let's see, we got the switch to go. We go grab a spare. Go grab a spare and see if that fits. I don't know if I want to cut that exhaust or not. We'll move on to whatever. Oh yeah, I need to bleed the brakes. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, these are the 4 tires and rims that were on it when I bought it, but I think they just put them on there to make a roller out of it. See, they're all bald and crap, lumpy. Anyway, we're gonna see if that fits the spare. I used one for the spare for the Avalanche because that never came with a spare. And then the other thing, this don't have the little jack winder thing to unwind the drop down thing. So I'm using the one off my truck for 3 trucks now. Okay, let me put it up there, see if it fits, see if I gotta modify that tailpipe. Okay, this thing's too skinny to fit to grab it. So I gotta find some kind of a little adapter or something. But it looks like it's gonna hit there. It's gonna hit right there. So I don't know. Throw it in a bed for the new owner and tell him I forgot to put it on. Let him deal with it. But okay, not sure what this wire is. All the lights do work. All the wires into this for the tail lights is in, but I don't know what that's for. These are for a trailer. I'm pretty sure I got some old trailer wiring around with a plug. I'm gonna put a plug in there, zip tie this back up here. This plugs in for the license plate lights. So yeah, all the lights, brakes, lights, signals, everything works, except low beams come on, but when you do the high beams, this high beam here doesn't work. And then these have 2 bulbs in them. 1 bulb's out on this. Other than that, they all work. So that's good, because I had written down something about the ground for the wires, which I cleaned this one up here. That's the ground wire for the harness. Clean that up. Put that back on. Maybe that was all it was. So anyway, oh, and then this. See how this? I'm pretty sure I bought this new 6 years ago. And see, it moves this side, but it doesn't move that side. I figure out why. You pull that over there, and it'll come down. Just gotta mess with that. I do have the cover for that. Okay, I'll be back. Well, guys, puppy don't have very long to go. How you doing, pup? She can barely stand up now. I don't think she can. Last few times I had to lift her up, and then she was standing up there this morning for a little bit. She won't eat. She won't eat nothing. She likes to drink a lot of water. I bought some canned dog food. I've been putting soup, trying everything. She just won't eat. Won't eat at all. And the medication stuff doesn't seem to be helping. Well, those vitamins probably were, but puppy, you okay? She doesn't really seem to be in any pain, except last night. She was in my room last night, and I woke up to stink because she peed and pooed. Very little poo came out, but it was, anyway. I cleaned all that up, and then she started kind of whining a little bit, and I thought it was because she had to go again or something, but anyway, I think I'm going to leave her out here and just come out every couple hours and check on her, make sure she's got water and stuff. So I don't know whether to let her go naturally or bring her to the vet and have her put down, but I tried everything. She just won't eat. Nikki's doing good, but you okay, puppy? So anyway, guys, I thought about taking her to the lake one more time, because when I said lake, she parked up there the other day, but she ain't gonna be able to walk around or nothing. Puppy, you want to go to the lake? You want to go to the lake one more time? Hey, puppy? Okay, guys. I think Nikki knows the word lake now, don't you? You want to go to the lake? Oh, Nikki. Okay, guys. I figure I'll give you one probably last shot of her, because I don't know what I should do with her. If she was in a lot of pain, I would take her to the vet and have her put down, but I was just hoping that she would start eating and coming around. But if she's got a blood disorder, not making red blood cells, and the kidneys are shut down, she drinks a lot of water. It's the only thing that's really keeping her going. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm gonna take the pressure washer and clean off all this dust and crap, and it's got a reusable washable filter. We're going to take that out, clean that. I gotta get that back on there. Okay, I don't know why this thing's running so much, but yeah, it's not coming out very fast. Got 6 years worth of shit off of there. Yeah, the battery's 2 of 18, so 5 years old. Anyway, let me get this rinsed off, and I got some engine degreaser I'm going to spray on there after I rinse it off. Let that soak in for a few minutes and then wash that off. So I'll be back. Okay, guys, everybody likes to watch all the mold and stuff come off, so it's spraying a lot better now. Sometimes it takes a few minutes to get going. was blowing the air hose, and I went over this paint. Air hose is going to blow most of this off. We'll see what the pressure washer does. Yeah. It's just the doors in the cab that the paint's the problem. So I think the bed's been swapped, and I swapped the front. I got a lot of this stuff off here that it needs to be gone over with a brush, but and some soap. But we can do that later. I'm just getting the loose stuff off for now. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I got a lot of that mold and dirt and stuff washed off there. So we can start with a clean slate, so to speak. Okay, I washed out the bed. I had to bend a little tab over so this works now. Cleaned out the bed a little bit. And put on this trailer plug. I need to wrap some tape around there, but at least it's got a plug on there. It doesn't look like it's rigged up. What else was I gonna? Oh, I got the side moldings, but I think it was the biggest roll they sold, 153 inches or something, which is 12 feet. But I need 20 feet. I need about 10 foot each side. So I now had to order another roll. But anyway, that's it there. It's awful thin, a lot thinner than the factory, but that's okay. Be easier to put on and bend and cut and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what you get for 32 bucks. Now I had to spend another 32, so that's $64 for side moldings. But I guess it'll be worth it, guys. It'll look pretty good. Yeah, I noticed this was off. Needs 2 clips and screws there. They make this inner piece, it's like 12 bucks with a handle, but I don't need it. I need the outer. There's a used outer piece for like 40 or 45. I don't know if this is new or used. Used, I think, 32 bucks shipped. I think there was a used cover here for like 48. Yeah, these handles were pretty cheap. Maybe I should just get 2 new ones. They sell them. I don't know, but they were pretty cheap. They sell them new. The mirrors, I couldn't find just the cover here for this, and I don't have one. But you can buy a new set manual, which I need, not power, for $32 for the pair shipped, or one for $28. So for $4 more you get the pair. And this is the cover. This is the cover I need. I just need that cover because the mirrors are actually pretty good. So I don't know, I might just leave it like that. I'm not going to order a couple $100 worth of little plastic stuff for all that. This is all falling apart. You can see it's broken there. I may buy this pair. I doubt I'm gonna buy that for 40 bucks, that cover. Or them covers down there. Unless I make a trip to the junkyard, see if they have any, but I think it's 89 to 94, 88 to 94 for them plastic pieces. So anyway, I think that's all I wanted to go over. Yeah, it needs to be cleaned a lot better. It needs to be all. The next video we're going to go over, we're going to strip that roof and do fiberglass work on the bed. So I'm trying to get everything fixed this video before we move on to that. So I got those two little things fixed. Let me degrease the engine, clean out a little bit better, and put some antifreeze in it, and go over a few. Oh, the transmission cover. It just rained here a little while ago, so I'm kind of waiting for this to dry up a little bit. The transmission cover, I'm going to try to put one on, but I think you might have to drop that exhaust, and I'm not going to drop that exhaust again. I'm going to make sure it doesn't leak still. Let it run for a while, and you still need to get some more gas. So yeah, we got that to do. And a few more little things, and we can wrap up all the mechanical stuff. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I was trying to put one of these on. Brought back a little bit of memories from 6 years ago when we're doing this. And I think it was hitting this where the starter goes here. So it was hitting here, tried to bend it. Of course it broke because it's a cast, whatever that is, alloy something. And then obviously got another one. And then I see some grinding marks here. So it looks like the flywheel or something was hitting it. Don't know why. You probably jack around and try shimming it and screwing around. But main problem is you got to pull all this exhaust out again, which I remember doing that about 10 times, trying to get it right so it don't leak. So you'd have to pull this down again. Then you got the transmission lines in the way, and I think that's probably what was causing the leak up there, because jerking around them transmission lines trying to make that cover fit. And you put all that on there, and then if it hits, then you got to take it all apart again and keep going and going and going until it, you know, doesn't hit. So I think we're just going to leave it off. So if you ever see a vehicle with one of them covers off, that's probably why. I hate to leave them off. I like to put everything complete back together, but on this particular cheap truck, we're just going to leave it off. Okay. Get up from under here. Okay, I got this cleaned up best I can. I got a little can of cheap flat black. I'm gonna spray a little flat black along the air cleaner. We're not gonna go overboard on this and clean it all up perfect or anything. I did power wash this reusable, rewashable air cleaner. A lot of dirt came out of it, so we're gonna reuse that once it's dry. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay guys, OBD2 reader plug doesn't plug into this. You see that? So it must be the old style. So we're not going to read the codes. I do got an old code reader, but I'm not even going to bother with all that Morse code, beep beep, dot dot slash slash, beep and stuff flashing. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay guys, there was antifreeze in there, just not a whole lot. Probably wasn't good for -30 or whatever, but I drained out about half a gallon, topped off the radiator and overflow. None of them was low. But of course it wasn't running that much since the engine swap. That flat black was really flat. I need to get some satin. Black and kind of redo that a little bit. But anyway, that's about as clean as it's going to get under here. clean as I'm gonna get it. Okay, I put this cover on, but I'm missing one of the deals there. Yeah, this is actually off another truck. This cover was missing, and the wiring was all messed up there. And that's what I was thinking. When we put the engine in, that the engine, the wiring was messed up or something while it wasn't running good. So I had to actually redo all that. I actually had another 95 or something parts truck right beside it at the time, and I redid all that wiring, put it where I thought it was supposed to be. Anyway, needs a clip there. So yeah, it's coming along. We're getting down to finishing everything except the paint and body work, and a few little things for the interior which I haven't gotten yet. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I forgot about the inline filter here. Right here. So I'm gonna get another one of them tomorrow. Okay. It's starting to get dark, but we'll get one more little job done. Okay, see the shifter? See, it's busted right here, but it still works. Well, let me see here. You're gonna have your foot on the brake or something. See it? So what we're gonna do is pack that with JB weld. Let that sit overnight. If it don't hold, it don't hold, but I'm not gonna replace this column piece and take the column apart and all that for. Like I said, guys, this is a cheap truck. We can't restore it all the way perfect because it just ain't worth the time and the money. I know some of you guys were saying, oh, these go for a fortune where I'm at. Yeah, well, down here, they don't go for nothing. In fact, I was looking on Marketplace there last night or this morning, and there's a bunch of them around, even the square bodies. They just don't go for much. You know, and like I said, unless it's a one owner, low mileage, you know, decked out with options, you know, 4-door dually decked out, or you know, but this is just a cheap truck that's been used and abused, and we're just gonna get her running and driving as best we can, slap a cheap paint job on it, send it on down the road, because it's just not worth. So I think when I was under here, you could see the big cracks here in the tires. 16s. I don't have any good sets of 16s. So yeah, you can see it all here. See, to get it perfect, you know, you'd have to do all the wheels, and just that's the fine line between getting it ready to sell decent or go all the way with it. And when you go all the way, you'll lose money. So we got to make money on this. This ain't just for labor love. I don't love this truck and all that. So some cars are worth going all the way, like the classic cars, but for me, this one isn't. Okay, I don't want to ramble too much. Let's get that column fixed. Gonna go in and order some parts. I think I'll order these door things here, and we'll see what else. Get a filter tomorrow, some more new gas. I don't know if we'll take it out around for a drive on the road on this video. I don't want it to be looking like this, like a pile of junk. It definitely gets stopped. It ain't got no tags or insurance on it, and I don't want a bunch of tickets. And I'm gonna get some satin paint in the morning, redo this, make it look halfway decent. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got about 4 or 5 gallons more gas. Got some oil and an oil filter, do an oil change. fuel filter. Got a pair of wiper blades. See, these wiper blades are just shot. Got them to put on. And got some semi-gloss satin paint. So we put that on there. It's the next morning, so we don't know if this gear shift lever is gonna hold in there or break again or what, but okay, I'll be back. How you doing, pup? Well, I brought her out here. I don't think she can walk anymore. I brought her out here and washed her. She's just filthy from being in the pen. She hasn't been eating at all. Barely drinking anymore. I don't know, guys. I'm kind of torn between putting her down or trying to let her go naturally. She might get in a lot of pain, and I just hate for her to be in a bunch of pain at the last hours of trying to die naturally. So I might bring her in tomorrow morning. Okay, well, anyway, the truck, put the fuel filter on there. Yeah, all brown crappy gas came out of there, and that's from that new gas mixing with that sludge at the bottom. But did an oil change and filter on there, put the air cleaner and the deals back on there. So I think that's it, guys. I never did get that light switch in. I ordered this piece here, 31 bucks used. These are, most places want 60 bucks for the pair, 58. I can get this one for 29 and that one for 19. So 50 bucks, but I'm not sure yet. 50 on that, 33 on the cover, 48 on that one. I'm gonna hold off on them for now. So I think that's all I can do for now, guys. Mechanically, it's pretty much best I can get it. Okay, so next episode, like I said, we're gonna strip the roof, prime it, treat it, prime it, and fix all this broken fiberglass. I think there's 3 corners there that it's pretty bad. There's probably, I think when I was washing this, I seen some little spider cracks on here, but I'm not gonna worry about that. We just gotta get the major stuff. So we'll definitely do that next video, and then strip this door and the bed and start fixing dents. I mean, there's not a whole lot of dents and stuff other than the 2 doors and the two cab corners. There's probably a few little dings in here, but okay, so I think that's about it, guys. I said I could get the mirrors, but I don't think I will. Yeah, so we'll do that next episode, and then we'll take it for a test drive down the road and see how it drives and shifts and all that. It should be all right, but you never know. So anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe. Bottom right hand corner of the screen, click that to subscribe. Oh, we got to fix this dent here too. Oh, the other thing I was missing was this for the driver's side. They want quite a bit for them. $52 for the pair, and that's directly from China. So they're usually pretty cheap if it's directly from China. But 52 bucks for a pair? I don't think so. That's a little bit too high. There's a pair of used ones for 38, but I didn't buy them. Anyway, I think it's going to be missing the driver's side one. I'm not going to spend that. See, all this little $40, $35, $40 stuff, it adds up. It adds up in a hurry. And you know, you're a couple of hundred, 300, 400, 500, 600, and that's all taken off the profit when you sell it. See, you know, is it gonna be worth more? You got the ones on the tailgate. Okay, so I think that's about it, guys. It's coming along. You know, and then another 30 something dollars for the mirrors, and you could just go on and on and on. A couple of center caps that were missing, I don't think I'm gonna buy them, or the lug nuts. I'm just gonna kind of leave it like this, guys, and just kind of try to sell it cheap. Not sure what I'd sell it for after it's painted, but I don't think it's gonna, don't think I can get 4 or 5 grand for it. Maybe 3 grand, 3,500, but I'll put it up for 4 and trade. So see if somebody will trade me a I don't know, you know, sports car or something for it. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next video. Like I said, there isn't any hope for Puppy. She's been my best buddy, riding buddy for 12 years. No matter where I go, even if I just go running up to the store, she comes with me. Of course, not lately, but for 12 years she did. But she's not going to come back around or nothing. Now, I've had German Shepherds before. My last one lasted 12 years. She had the hip problem, degenerative myelopathy, I think it's called. And same with the one before that. She got it early, and usually when they start limping, they'll get that, and her whole back end goes paralyzed. The last two, that's what happened. So because the last one was a puppy of the one before that, and she only lasted till 8 years old. Well, like 7, once she went paralyzed and stuff, had to put her down. Then her puppy lasted 12 years, and then I got Puppy. But I knew Puppy's been going downhill for a while now, so you know, just old age. She doesn't really have the. I got this natural pepper spray trying to keep the bugs and stuff from her, off of her. But she's lived a long, good life. She's been my best buddy for 12 years. She's had a good life. And I just don't want her to go out in any pain or anything. She's kind of getting eaten by ants and gnats and flies and stuff, and I just don't want her to go through that the last few days. She can't have long to go, but you don't know. She hasn't eaten anything solid in a week or two. So anyway, that's why I got Nikki a while back, but of course Nikki's blind, but she's a good dog. She's a really good dog. Hey Nikki, how you doing, girl? You're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. You ready to go for a walk? You ready to go for a walk? We'll go for a walk here in a little bit. But of course Nikki, she's a great dog, but you know, I don't know. She likes going for rides, but you know, Puppy, she would always be looking out the window and barking at the cows and the horses and stuff like that. Really taking in the full effect. And of course Nikki's blind, she can't do that, so I don't know how much of a riding buddy she can be, but I don't know if I'll get another one or not. Definitely keeping Nikki though, but Nikki's a good dog. Good inside dog too. Okay, guys, well, that's enough rambling, but I thought I'd just let y'all know, Puppy's, by the next video, I'll probably have her put down. And I'll probably just have them take the body like I've done before, because I just don't like the thought of burying her in the dirt and having all the bugs and maggots eating her. Just have them, I forget exactly how they dispose of the body, but anyway. Okay, guys, well, thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all next video.